Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth. Thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Things are tough all over as the Hyatt winds down services on Saipan. The Chamber says the best hope is to increase arrivals from China. Also tonight, MVA and the Hotel Association says they have never seen numbers quite like this, and the summer will be even more challenging. And elected officials head to Japan with the Guam Visitors Bureau in hopes of steering some business here. In sports, tennis is bringing in some international visitors with a junior tournament. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
On the heels of Hyatt Regency Saipan announcing the closure of the hotel, the Chamber of Commerce held an economic forum calling for a push in new flights, marketing efforts, and visa-free travel from China.
Currently, we are in crisis mode. This is not a surprise to anybody. Businesses have survived the darkest times in our economic history, from the end of the garment industry, 2008, rolling blackouts, super typhoons, COVID. But we're still struggling and we have no positive outlook. We're now seeing signs that the economy is collapsing, residents are leaving, our population and workforce are declining. Legacy companies are closing their doors. And unless anything changes, more businesses will close. We can't take any of these signs lightly. We need to act quickly and make the right decisions today.
Joshua Wise is the vice president of the Saipan Chamber of Commerce. He says in 2017 we had 653,000 arrivals to the NMI. In 2023, just 215,000. And hotel occupancy in 2017, about 90%, while in 2023, down to 37%.
We achieved this with 783,000 air seats and over 5,500 flights. These flights were 1 daily from Japan, which are now 3 times a week, 5 daily from Korea, which are now 3 daily, and 16 flights a week from China, which are now 2 a week from Hong Kong. With the loss of flights from each market, we lost almost 85% of the Japan market, 47% almost of the Korea market, and over 97% of the China market.
The recovery from Japan has been almost non-existent. The NMI once welcomed 40,000 Japanese a month as Delta, United, and Japan Airlines offered daily and double-daily flights. Delta was the last to leave, and for a time there was no direct service at all from Saipan to Japan. There was some brief optimism when Skymark Airlines began daily service in the fall of 2019, but that was short-lived as the service was cut in 2020 and has not returned. United is currently flying 3 times a week, providing air service that is supported with a revenue guarantee from the CNMI government, but the load factors have been challenging, and we face tough regional competition from Guam and Hawaii, and low-cost carriers can whisk the Japanese down to Okinawa for a fraction of what it costs to get here. And our product has also suffered with the Garapan core under construction, and many of the restaurants and activity companies not operating or on reduced schedules.
So bottom line is the current conditions are not stable. So what we're looking at is Operation 500K. So earlier I mentioned that we're forecasted to hit about 300,000 this year, and we need that 500,000 as our break-even point.
Right now, Koreans make up about 82% of our arrivals, Chinese just 3%, and Japanese 4%. And as a market, local operators are finding that the spend factor in the Korea market does not translate through the economy.
Compared to our Korea market, where 80% travel with spouses and children who tend to stay and dine in their hotels and may not purchase as many luxury goods and services. So what could a new market share look like? With 500,000 visitors, we can target about 250,000 from Korea, which would be about 50% of the market, 170,000 from China, which would be about 34%, and 30,000 from Japan to make up about 6%. To achieve that, we would require 7 daily flights from Korea, 4 daily flights from China, and 1 daily flight from Japan.
The Chamber is walking a delicate line as the current administration has a policy of pivoting away from China.
If there's no jobs and opportunities available, the cost of living further increases and residents have no choice but to leave. Government will go into bankruptcy. With no businesses, workforce, tax collected, the government will no longer have a viable budget to keep us afloat.
MVA's board chair says business has never been this challenging, and while some of those challenges are out of our control, there are some things we can do right here at home.
As our hotel partners have been warning for over a year, and we see with the higher closure, these arrival numbers cannot sustain the industry or our economy.
NMI also facing a ramped-up Guam for competition this summer.
Summer flights are a lot less than last year. If you do remember, our brothers and sisters in Guam had a typhoon, and a lot of flights were diverted to Saipan. That's not the case this year. We had already warned Hanmi-Hat and Saipan Chamber of closures, potential closures. Hyatt is just the tip of the iceberg. We lost a 55-year business that just closed a couple of weeks ago. We have members that are saying they're going to cut 40% of their labor. Hotels, look at the summer numbers. We have not seen May like this. With the summer, this will determine closures. Whether or not they're temporary or permanent are the only questions.
There is some progress in action items from a year ago. United has a better schedule for the flights from Japan. Managaha has been reopened, and there has been funding directed towards authentic heritage experiences.
A year ago, we were applauding the community's many beautification projects. The work of Josiah, the Garapan Revitalization Project that was about to start. We all see the progress underway in Garapan and now along Beach Road. But overall, our destination is still beat up and run down. Let's enforce the anti-litter laws and issue citations and fines. Welcome to the world-class golf course and dump. Ta-da! Welcome to the Waikiki of Saipan. On the side. This is what's happening year-round to our islands, our beaches, and our roadsides, our parks. We want citations issued and publicized to deter littering.
Kavanaugh also calls for a reinstatement of security at major tourist sites, better maintenance of public restrooms, the repair of the Saipan Beach Pathway, and improving inter-island connectivity.
For one, MVA has just hired a design team for the improvements of the Land Command Post, Bird Island, and Suicide Cliff that will start this year. And next month, we are launching our new marketing campaign in Japan, Mariana Blues, with our creative agency, Ultra Super New, who has done work with American Express, Porsche, Heineken, and many, many more prestigious international brands, targeting millennials and Gen Z adventure seekers, cultural explorers, and wellness enthusiasts, based on the pillars of community, nature, mindfulness, and immersion, or CNMI. In all honesty, developing a new source market takes a tremendous amount of money and time. We need to have a stellar product, airline commitments, travel agency partnerships, and millions of dollars in marketing and promotions to open a fresh source market. But the MBA is very aware we urgently need another strong market to stop the bleeding of the economy, the closure of hotels, the loss of jobs, and the population decline.
The new executive director of the Commonwealth Ports Authority, Leo Tudela.
I'm going to tell you something. You know, we told a slide from Gloria and this person right here. Those are really true story. It's a crisis. But let's not get us into much more gloomy days. Let's bring our strength, our mind, and our heart to bring it back.
Tudela comes from a background in the post office and says he has started to address some needs at the airport, including new baggage carts, drainage fixes, and road repairs.
We should clean our house first before inviting somebody else. That's number one. Number two, we should have the government and the community to work together. Be like Hawaii, aloha. Everybody is friendly. They come to the airport, first thing is, hi brother, aloha, good morning. We should start talking to our community to help us out. We can say all we want today, all the numbers. Bottom line is, we gotta have the whole community to get involved with this objective.
Upgrade your savings when you bundle with any iPhone 15 series today. Our affordable Link bundle gives you the power to choose just what you need, with mobile and home internet starting for as low as $105 a month, no home phone required. Plus, activate your bundle with a brand new iPhone 15 and receive your first 2 months of home internet on us. A $50 port-in credit, a SuperPod AX, and basic installation, all free for a limited time. Additional conditions may apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
Half a day, CNMI. Did you know that car crashes are the leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 13? In order to keep your children safe during a car crash, make sure you select the right type of car seat for their age and size. A rear-facing car seat should be used from birth to 12 months or up to 3 years old. Forward-facing car seats are for children from 1 to 3 or up to 7 years old. Booster seats are for children from 4 to 7 or up to 12 years old. Seat belts are for children 8 to 12 years old or older. For a seat belt to fit properly, the lap belt must lie snugly across the upper thighs, not the stomach. The shoulder belt should lie snugly across the shoulder and chest and not across the neck or face. Do not move your child to the next car seat level until he or she reaches the top height and weight limit allowed by your car seat's manufacturer. Remember, your children are the most precious cargo when driving. Keep us safe and buckle us in. We depend on you. Thank you.
More this week from Senator Selena Babauta, who recently returned from an off-island trip to Japan with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
The whole trip was fully funded by the Guam Visitors Bureau. And the reason why we were able to be sponsored by them, first I want to thank GVB president and CEO, former Governor Carl Gutierrez. He's an amazing man. We were part of a first group of legislators who visited Guam in March, and we engaged with the governor's office, their legislature, GVB, how we can assist each other because we face the same regional issues. And it only makes sense to have a united voice on these issues.
Trip to Japan included a number of elected officials who met with travel companies and tourism officials.
Myself, Representative Edwin Probst, Representative John Paul Palacios, the mayors of Rhoda, Aubrey Holcook, and Mayor of Tinian, Edwin Aldon. So those were the delegation from the CNMI. It was a busy trip. We were fully exhausted by the time we came back. We were able to meet with CEOs of travel agencies, and I have pictures of that. It's amazing how organized GVB is, and I want to say kudos to their marketing division headed by Miss Nadine Leon Guerrero. She's been with GVB for over 30 years, and she knows her material. I also want to give a shout out to GVB Japan. They were amazing.
Meetings included JTB, HIS, and Nippon Travel as Guam begins to showcase their new service to Guam from Haneda Airport. That is the city airport located very near to downtown Tokyo. The red-eye flight is currently on sale for less than $300 round trip, about half of what it currently costs to fly from Guam to Saipan.
There's a direct correlation when these with the Haneda trip, or the increase of tourism to Guam directly correlates with our increase of tourism, as well as there are opportunities for these visitors to come to the CNMI as well.
Should MBA be doing more, or are they not getting the support that they need to be in a place where GVB is at?
So obviously GVB has resources that MBA doesn't, in the millions of dollars in terms of marketing. But we certainly will be engaging with MBA and trying to assist them at least in situations or opportunities where we don't need to spend that much money.
Babauta says that Guam will be helping to showcase Rhoda to military families this week.
GVB will be chartering 4 flights at least and bringing in DOD officials, particularly from the Morale, Welfare, and Recreation, MWR, division of DOD for the soldiers. And this is a familiarization tour of what beautiful Rhoda has to offer to military families.
Ribeye takes center stage this weekend at the Marianas Chef Competition at the 25th Annual Taste of the Marianas International Food Festival held at the American Memorial Park. The cook-off will challenge 10 chefs to prepare the best ribeye steak dish within an hour, incorporating all local produce provided in a mystery box. That kicks off at 7 p.m. Entertainment for the night on the main stage includes Project Vive, Glushko's Dance Academy, Daigum Flute from South Korea, and Sky Syllabus from Japan. Last Saturday's Oh My Grill International Food Challenge, competitors squared off with 2 pounds of chicken, 2 8-ounce barbecue steaks, barbecue pork spare ribs, barbecue pork belly, hot link sausage, 2 pounds of red rice, 2 pounds of macaroni salad, and 2 pounds of papaya cocoa. Professional eater Song Hyuk Kwon of Korea bested the food fighter Sachio Masabuchi of Japan. Third place went to local teacher and hero Jeremy Rother. And the show wasn't over after the ingest period. The crowd wanted to see where all that food went, and they got their wish when Mr. Kwon pulled up his shirt to cheers from the crowd. Taste of the Marianas is being held every Saturday evening during the month of May. Festival features dishes from 29 local hotels and restaurants, live entertainment, food eating competition, cooking contests, arts and crafts sales, and more.
I love Marianne's coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under sea NMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to show you a Bulgarian split squat, a fantastic lower body exercise that should be a main staple in your training. Now the first thing we want to address is the rear foot placement. Now whether it's toes on or toes off, just find what's comfortable for you. The bigger issue we want to tackle is the height of the box or bench. You see, when you set up on a box or a bench that's too high, that inherently puts an aggressive stretch on the front of your hip. Oftentimes, that sensation will take away from the working leg, the leg that's on the floor. And when you start to add load in this faulty position, you're bound to run into some problems, particularly if you got some mobility restrictions. So Jamila's gonna set up. She's gonna descend with control, and from there, just stand tall.
Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Buenas sports fans.
International tennis players will soon descend on the island to participate in an ITF Juniors event that is coming back after a pandemic-fueled absence. NMI tennis coach excited to host.
What this allows us to do is to have a big international tournament here. We had kids from 17 different countries that had entered this tournament, and there will be over 100 people, including players, coaches, and family members that will be coming to Saipan. So it's good to give our tourism industry a shot in the arm.
Tournament is for those under 18. The best part about it is that some of our top local players will be able to play and earn their first ever world ranking points right here in front of the hometown fans.
So we'll have Lahun Lam, and then of course in the boys 16 and under in the regional championships last month, we went 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of those 4 boys will be playing in the tournament, as well as a couple of as well as 2 boys who were too old to play in that, and a couple boys who were playing in the 14s. So we have a good lineup, really good lineup in the boys. We're going to have a lot of action going on with our NMI players.
Now, besides points, any other the winners of these get? Is there any advancement opportunities or things like that?
Well, the thing about these ITF tournaments is that the ones here in Guam and Saipan are still kind of small, and they're pretty easy to get into. But overall, the ITF tournaments, even outside of Micronesia, even like Fiji, are really hard to have to get into the main draw of the tournament where you can get world ranking points if you don't already have a world ranking. So if you have a world ranking, you pretty much get into the into the main draw of the tournament and have a chance to win points. So it's very important just to get those first points, and it looks like our top boys player, Lahun Lam, who's going to be playing in 2 tournaments in Guam over the next 2 weeks, is going to have a great chance to get his first points.
Upgrade your savings when you bundle with any iPhone 15 series today. Our affordable Link Bundle gives you the power to choose just what you need, with mobile and home internet starting for as low as $105 a month, no home phone required. Plus, activate your bundle with a brand new iPhone 15 and receive your first 2 months of home internet on us. A $50 port-in credit, a SuperPod AX, and basic installation, all free for a limited time. Additional conditions may apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week. Invest 93W, a system that the National Weather Service was keeping an eye on well down to the south of us, appears to be staying down there, which is good news. Tonight, partly cloudy with isolated showers, east winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, lows around 79, chance of showers 20%. Weekend weather, more of the same, and that will be good for the fishermen that are heading out this weekend. East winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, highs in the mid to upper 80s. Today it was 90 degrees at the Saipan Airport, humidity reported at 59%, heat index of 99, and visibility of 10 miles. Sunset tonight is at 6:39 p.m., sunrise at 5:47 in the a.m. Some anglers out there on the water this weekend as the Billfish tournament happens on Saturday. The boys and girls will be looking for marlin. Be careful out there and have a great weekend.